No, you don't.
Okay, just a head in the dark.
Yeah.
I should call this Hard Liquor Broncos because it's my main channel. Not really the YouTube channel anymore. No commercials, no bullshit. We get it right while the others horribly get it wrong. So this is our San Francisco deep dive. We didn't even know that we'd be doing this until yesterday. That's how crazy it's going to get right now that the season's going on. I made a video. We'll just start with that. I made a video to kind of kickstart this. Kolby, can you tell me your take on the video, and then we'll springboard into your analysis.
I thought the video was very informative and detail-oriented. I thought that you showed things that I thought you showed plays and schematics that won't be shown anywhere else in the Denver Broncos community. And I really enjoyed your Pat Shurmur references. I thought they were very, precise, and I really loved. My favorite part of the whole video is when you brought up the what was it, the 4 to 5 wide receiver sets, and they were below the first down marker.
Yeah, no, one of them ran to the marker. Not one of them.
I thought that was very key in springboarding that video, because no one in the national media, the local media, the toxic fan base, they're not talking about that, and they refuse to talk about that.
Well, no, they've Mark Schler talked about it. He was defending it. He was saying that, they've got to run to the no. They don't have to, you want them after the catch to make. Why don't you just have them run to the marker?
Well, the reason why Mark Schlereth is defending that is because he gets paid to talk about this, while me and you are not paid to talk about this, and we get it right each and every time.
Yeah, I want to say something that when people go to these 8 platforms, they're marketing departments for Dove Valley, not Doug Valley, Dove Valley. Okay, just for the wiseacring out there, the
smartass.
Yeah. That's just They're all just marketing for Dove Valley. You won't get any true analysis. And I'll tell you what, the Broncos honestly should pay us. They should pay us to hate us, if that makes any sense. Sometimes you need criticism. You need constructive criticism. Now, I heard a little rumor was posted on the video. The video we were talking about is I did a San Francisco Broncos pregame video. Somebody posted on there that Hackett had a talking to with, or not Hackett, it was George Payton had a talking to with Hackett. Is that true? Did George Payton have a talking to?
I didn't hear any of that.
You have some explaining to do. Lucy.
Absolutely, yeah. I've done some deep research on that type of situation, and I haven't found anything that is remotely close to what that situation presented.
Is more bullshit. So I just want. We got something here. We got something. Ride, let it ride. Let it ride. I was gonna play that, but because it took me so long just to get here and get set up and to go, I couldn't open up with that song. Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride, Kolby. Let it ride. So.
And you don't get paid to do this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let it ride. I just figured that would be appropriate right now, all this let it ride stuff. All right. So, Kolby, I want you to hit me with your analysis. You went and deep dive San Fran. Now, this is how I saw it. San Fran. I want to bottom line this for Bronco fans or any other fan out there, anywhere around the NFL. When I don't know what Kyle Shanahan's thinking, putting what's Trey Lance in there. I just don't understand why. I don't know if he learned anything from his mistakes his father made, especially with RG3. I don't think he's learned anything. But I'm just going to bottom line this for the average NFL fan out there. With Lance, the playbook was about that thick for San Francisco. The worst thing that could have happened with the Broncos is Lance getting knocked out just out of stupidity because Shanahan wanted to turn him into a running back. Why he's even in there, I don't even get it either. But when you got Garoppolo, your playbook all of a sudden goes like that. Okay? So what you're going to get, or what I saw, on what I would do, the first thing I would do is throw. That would be the very first thing I do on that defense, that Broncos defense. But what you're going to get is you're going to get running packages, tight end packages, wide out packages, and it's all going to be like the kitchen sink being thrown at that defense. Garoppolo can run it all. He's not limited to the playbook. So, like what I was saying is that I think the Broncos, if they can try to stay out on the field, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see a win. I'm just going to say it would be nice to see a win by the Broncos. That offense of theirs would have to stay out on that field. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but give us, I'll just shut up now. You give us the rundown on the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, so to start it all off, I presented this piece of paper to my partner in crime, Hard Liquor Broncos, and it didn't turn out very well.
Show it anyway. Just show it.
I know it's not great. It's a multitude of plays. You got 2 plays offensively and 1 play defensively that I think that could springboard certain plays for San Francisco against this defense. So this play, and I want to get your thoughts on this first play I'm going to talk about. San Francisco likes to use a guy named Deebo Samuel as a running back decoy on their offense, number 19. There's a play that they do. They have a tight end, a left tackle, a left guard, and a center. Okay, I'm going to talk about those first. They like to go to the right-hand side of the field or left-hand side of the field, whatever side of the field they're on. But I'll just strictly talk about the right-hand side. There's going to be a play in here where you're going to have a quarterback in the shotgun. You're going to have number 19, Deebo Samuel, to his left side. What they're going to do is the left guard and tackle are going to pull the opposite direction, and those 4 other guys, the tight end, the left tackle, the left guard, and center, are going to go in opposite direction. What the quarterback is going to do is he's going to hand it off to Deebo Samuel on a halfback draw. What's a halfback draw? Well, a halfback draw basically is he gets the snap into the shotgun and he hands it off to the running back there where he's at. What you're going to see right here, it's the top. I know it's crap. I'm going to get something more that you guys can see it better. I apologize for the terrible penmanship. But what you're going to see is you're going to have Deebo Samuel go this way, with those other 4 guys going that way. It's going to be a stretch play to the right-hand side. You're going to have these 2 crackback blockers acting like 19 is going to go the opposite direction. But mainly he's going to go this direction, and they're going to try and get one-on-ones with the outside backer, with the outside linebacker there. So watch out for that play to springboard. They were running it a bunch against Seattle, so that's a play to look out for. Now, on the second offensive play, this is a passing play, and it had great success against the Seattle Seahawks. And I believe George Kittle is going to play in this game, and I think that's going to present a mismatch problem for the Broncos defense, which isn't surprising whatsoever to see how bad our player personnel is on both sides of the ball, but especially on the defensive side. So what you're going to have here is you're going to have the quarterback in a shotgun formation. What is a shotgun formation? A shotgun formation is just a few steps behind the center, and then you have the running back behind you. What you're going to have on one side, you're going to have Brandon Ayuk. You're going to have Deebo Samuel on the right-hand side. You're going to have the tight end lined up next to the left tackle, and you're going to have number 3, who's a very speedy receiver, on right by the tight end. They have the tight end and number 3 about this far apart. What you're going to see is you're going to have a post route by number 3. You're going to have number 19, Deebo Samuel, who's more of that joker player on their offense, who I'm a really big fan of. You're going to have number 19 come in motion, and that's going to suck down the linebackers because he is a mismatched problem. You're going to have number 11 run a wheel route past the first down marker. And then that tight end is going to slip out acting like he's blocking, and he's going to run a corner route to the outside, and that's going to suck those safeties in, and then he's going to be free right down the sideline. And then you'll have the running back run a little Texas route or a drag route in the middle. They're going to have him he's going to be the safety valve in case that home run ball by number 82 isn't there. So those are 2 plays that offensively that I found if the Denver Broncos or any player or coach watches this video, something to look out for. Now, I will talk about the defensive play in a minute, but I want to talk about what I wrote down.
Sorry about that.
Nope, you're perfectly fine. The number one point I have is misdirection blocks. What are misdirection blocks? They make you think that they're going this way, but they're going to go in the opposite direction. That is one of the things that the San Francisco 49ers do very well. They use motion to their advantage to make you think that they're going a certain way, but they're not. They are very good at run motion, what I just said. They're really good at getting receivers open. And it's because of the play formation and the way that they scheme up their receivers that is far and away better by what we have in Denver, in my personal opinion. I said they use 19 as a receiving back, also as a running back too, to line up in the shotgun. And the one thing that I really find very interesting, look out for Kyle Juszczyk. He's the fullback for the San Francisco 49ers. He is a very good lead blocker, and they like to run behind him quite frequently. And the most success that I've found that this San Francisco 49ers team runs behind is that right-hand side behind Mike McGlinchey, one of the best right tackles in the National Football League. The San Francisco 49ers have one of the best bookend tackles in the National Football League. Trent Williams is probably the best left tackle in the league. He's an all-around talent, number 71. Mike McGlinchey, to me, he is a top 6 right tackle. He is really good in the running game. Pass pro can be refined, but my God, he is from Notre Dame, and you understand why I want to go after those guys from Notre Dame and Wisconsin in the NFL draft is because they polish offensive linemen. You have to say something.
So what you're going to get is they're going to cancel out these edge rushers.
Yes. And
we know there's no push up the middle at all with the Denver Broncos. So you can guarantee that Garoppolo is going to have all kinds of time to read War and Peace when he's back there.
Correct.
The 2 quarterbacks we just saw, they pretty much, for the majority of the game, they read War and Peace back there too. So it's nothing that we haven't seen already. So that's what I'm saying. What do you think when I say the best defense for the Broncos is their offense to stay on the field? Can you tell me what you think about that?
Their best defense is their offense to be able to stay on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Because I can't see this defense in any way stopping this 40. If I'm not mistaken, Shanahan really likes to stick it to the Broncos, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like cut the head off and shit down the neck as far as he's concerned.
Yep.
Yeah, if I was San Francisco, what I would do, I wouldn't even bother running right off the bat. That's later. I know that we've already seen 2 weeks. This team is a team begging to be thrown on in the right way. I would go right after that linebacking right away. Right away. That'd be the first thing I do. You don't like it, huh?
I disagree. Because this is why I disagree with you. Is because, to be perfectly honest with you, The San Francisco 49ers rely on the running game. And let me explain to you why I disagree with that. We all know the Denver Broncos, DJ Jones is a man on the island on that interior. We all know that. But here's the problem that I think the 49ers could run into. If they commit to the passing game, I think that they sacrifice what they can do best in this game by sticking it to the Denver Broncos, and here's why. What I've been seeing the past two games, if you run right at Denver, especially on DJ Jones' side, they have no success. But if you run creative misdirection plays in a running formation schematic wise, there is no way in hell that I believe this defense can stop that. I am a running backs. I'm a running game type of person because I believe if you run the football successfully, you can have major success in the passing game. You can hit those plays that you want in the middle of the field that can have great success.
I think with any other team that'd be fine. I think this team is so bad. This defense is so bad. I do. I think the Broncos' strength is actually stopping the run, and I wouldn't play into it. I disagree. I think I know that San Francisco, but with this team, not Seattle or whoever else they played and lost to, with this team, the great weakness is they just can't defend it.
Okay, so you're talking about that. Let's go to Seattle week 1, okay? And this is a good argument. This is a very good argument. What set up those passing plays that made that big success? Was it the running game, or did they come passing right out the gates?
Well, I'm just saying that I think that, again, I think what got them into the jam, they didn't throw to those linebackers. They stalled on their running. Okay, it opened it up, but what happened? They didn't go to the go-to. They did try to run it, and it stalled on them.
I know that, but again,
no, they should have thrown it and right at those linebackers. They have the Broncos.
They were in the first half.
The Broncos have stopped the running game. They have yet to show that they cannot when you throw it. They have not stopped one play.
I don't think that this team is good on either defending the pass or defending the run. I don't think they're good in both. I'm quite frank.
They've stopped the run, but they haven't. They've stopped the run. That's what. That's because how they're stalled. Their drive stalled.
So this is going to go right at your argument here. What have they been doing in the second half? They've been passing the ball, and it's been getting them in trouble. Those teams, right? It's been getting them in trouble. And here's why that I think they should stick to the running game is because it's going to make that offense it's going to make the offense run a lot smoother than just coming out in 3 to 4 to 5 wide receiver sets, Mike McCoy, Kyle Shanahan bullshit, because I don't want to see that. Okay, me personally, you have to fucking establish the run for you to have any success as a football team.
They'll be able to establish the run, but I would say you throw first and then run on this team. I would mix it up. When they think it's going to be a run play, when they think it's going to be a passing play, you run it.
I agree with you, but again, we've seen what happens when the Texans and the Seattle Seahawks don't run the football. You see what happens when they're going throwing. They don't look as dominant as when they're running it, and then they're passing off of that running game. That is, you saw what the Texans.
Yeah, but I also watched the Broncos stop their running game. I saw it.
Yeah,
but I never.
The Texans stopped. The Texans went away from creatively doing the running game correctly. That's what I watched the Texans game. There are so many lanes open that running back could have ran, and you pointed it out. You pointed it out in your film reviews that, hey, he should have went in this lane right here. There were lanes open that running back didn't see. You don't believe that a third or fourth year running back in Jeff Wilson or those guys aren't going to see that, and Kyle Shanahan isn't going to diagnose plays like that to get the springboard and then get the pass? That's Kyle Shanahan's offense.
They probably will run it. They'll probably run it. I'm just saying they don't have to.
Well,
Not on that defense.
I understand that, but me personally, I would run it right at this team because this defense is so soft. This defense is soft.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, they stopped the run, dude. I'm telling you right now, the Texans in Seattle. What was their big success? Me and you pointed it out in our voice messages, and we were talking. What were they doing? They were running the football. They were running the football and play action pass off of that. That is what I'm saying. Because if you do that to this team, number one, it keeps their offense off the field, right? That you said the strength of the defense is the Broncos offense, right? So run the football, do 10 to 15 plays, and that's what Kyle Shanahan does best.
I say mix it up. I'd say throw the kitchen sink at him. Throw, run,
Oh, I think they're going to.
tight ends. I mean, I would throw everything at him, and I would attack that linebacking because if they have no hand, I have not seen what I said they got away from. What is that? They were using both of them were using their tight ends, both Seattle and the Texans, and they got away from using their tight ends and throwing to them, and that got them into trouble. Neither the Texans or Seattle, when they did that, the Broncos had no answer for that. They have never stopped that.
Dude, if George Kittle's in this game, they're going to go right at that linebacking core. If they don't, it's a shame. But dude,
maybe if they don't, that means he's not really healthy, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the 49ers offensively real quick. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's a better version of David Mills. He has a very quick release. He is very decisive. He's very accurate. And he's a better version of what you saw this past weekend. So for all the people saying that this is going to be a blowout win, okay.
Whoa. Are there morons out there actually saying that? Embarrassing us again?
Yep.
Can I ask, is this from the 8 turd polishers? Are the turd polishers doing this?
Yeah.
So they're getting the San Francisco 49ers riled up?
God,
they are stupid.
And then you got these
what a bunch of dumbasses.
And you got the toxic fans going along with it, because how
many times you got to be hit over the head with the 2x4? I guess, like you said, there is no fixing stupid.
No, that's why I don't engage with these people.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Wow. Boy, I'm telling you what, they could be in for a major rude awakening. This ain't going to be no blowout. Wait, let's just get that established. This is not going to be a blowout.
No, they said that. Yeah, they're saying that it's going to be a blowout. We're going to go in and show.
Yeah, maybe a blowout, but not the way they want it to go.
Oh, they're saying we're going to show the 49ers on Sunday Night Football. Yep.
They're saying that crap?
Yep.
Wow, I guess they really just want to watch the Broncos get their ass kicked. And is the 49ers listen? Do they hear this shit?
No, because they're not into that PR bullshit.
No, I mean, but I wonder if somebody's saying, do you hear what they're saying over there?
Yeah, because you don't think that this defense for the 49ers is going to be fired up to play? I mean, I think a lot of people are discrediting this 49ers defense, and that's just my opinion on it.
You know what I think this is setting up the whole thing to turn into a big shit show.
I think this could be a blowout for the 49ers.
I know. And here's the thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. And then we're going to have to come on here and tell you guys for the 7th season in a row, we have.
What I'm trying to say is that this is setting up to be a big shit show. That
of course
all this crap talk that they're doing will backfire on them. It always does. And it's going to be fire Hackett. It's just wash, rinse, repeat. With it, we got to get this toxicity out of here.
You know what it is? It's like the inmates that I deal with every day. They're so stupid.
Is one of them named Seth? Oh man, I don't know.
Okay, so the 40. You just had to do it, man. You just had to do it.
You just gave me that opportunity.
You just had to do it. Now, if he was in my prison, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, so inconsistent in pass pro in the interior for the 49ers. I think that the 49ers interior is very inconsistent in their pass protection sets. And but I believe that the 49ers offensive line is such a good run blocking unit. I mean, it is so superb from what you see from the Denver Broncos and everything else. I mean, my God. So that's
true. I did take note that pass pro wasn't as nice.
It's more the inconsistent, but on the running phase, I mean, they're gonna blow people off the line of scrimmage. It's not even gonna be close. So that's the 49ers offensively. Is there anything you wanted to say before I go on?
That's why you really like them as schematically and matching up with hitting and have them worrying and reeling over the running, and that helps out that a bit lackluster pass pro.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
I'm just dumbfounded that.
I'm not, because these people are stupid. I'm really not.
I know you're right. I guess
I mean, come on. When I heard that from people, there's the prototypical, the people that told us we were wrong, and then, I mean, you can't take these people seriously at all. It's ridiculous that people actually do this. But anyway, Is there anything you wanted to say before I go on defensively? I'm going to run through it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so defensively, so I have a play right here. People can't see it, like I said, but on this play, there's a guy, number 29, for the San Francisco 49ers that I found really, really intriguing, who actually plays the safety position, but he actually comes down into the box and actually plays slot corner in the linebacking core. I didn't know. Have you guys heard of a name, Justin Simmons, who doesn't do that in any way, shape, or form?
No, he hides.
So on this play right here, this is a play that I think that will give the Denver Broncos trouble for the Broncos offense. Is they have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys at the line of scrimmage, and then you have a single high safety who roams the back end of the field, who actually is better at that than Justin Tony Lily Simmons.
Yeah, about 31 other safeties get better.
Yeah. And then on one side you have a man-to-man corner, and then on the opposite side you have an off-man corner. And then in the middle of the field, you have 4 guys lined up. You have that number 29 guy. I'm telling you guys, keep an eye out on him in this game on one side. And then you have Fred Warner and Drew. I forgot their names, but the 2 other guys. I mean, this is the best linebacking core in the National Football League. The 49ers have.
It's definitely they're in another universe compared to ours.
So on this play right here, you're going to have on one side, or they might do it on Joey Bosa's side, where they're going to do a stunt blitz. They're going to have a wraparound, is where they're going to have one guy go diagonal, and they're going to have that edge 5-tech and a 4-3 wrap around in that 3-tech interior and bull rush the guy. And you're going to have all 4 of these guys lined up in the middle, drop back. They're going to drop back. They're going to have that single high safety go about 10 to 15 yards back. And then that man guy, and keep an eye on that man guy, he's going to make you think at the start of the play he's being man. Once that ball snaps, he starts backpedaling, and then they have you. And the one thing I like about the 49ers defense, they're a very good tackling unit. They're a very, very, very fast defense in the linebacking and back end core. I mean, they will come up and tackle you correctly. And I believe the best thing about a defense is holding a 5 to 10 yard gain to a 1 to 3 yard game, because that is what makes defenses good to great. And I'm not saying that the 49ers defense is great, but dude, they're probably going to be the best defense we've faced so far this season, the 49ers defense.
How does Cushenberry stack up to his guy?
Oh, Eric Armstead and Jonathan Kinlaw. Oh, he's screwed. I mean, Eric Armstead is one of the best 3-tech defensive linemen in the National Football League. And
are we going to see some scrambling by Russell Wilson, you think?
Probably.
Because of
but I don't
pass pro breakdown.
I don't think he's gonna go very far, because I think they're gonna have one of those 4 linebackers spy on him. I think they're gonna have a quarterback spot.
I'm just saying, my point more is not so much Wilson, but is that line we're gonna see that line breakdown?
They have Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa's brother. They have Eric Armstead, Jonathan Kinlaw, Bunham. He came from the Rams. He was an edge rusher. And edge, but he's going to look good next to those guys. And
because they're going to get some push up the middle.
Him and Jonathan Kinlaw, they have a rotation on that interior. So, the 49ers like to run the 49ers like to run a lot of off-man coverage. They like to run a cover 3, cover 6 system. They're a 4-3 defense. I was just, when I was watching this, the 49ers have the best linebacking core in the league. I just cannot keep my eye off of those guys because it was just so. Number 54, Fred Warner, is the best all-around linebacker in the National Football League. He's better than Roquan Smith. I mean, he is that good. He's an all-around linebacker. And look what happens when you actually have a guy that you can trust in the middle of the field. And you can have it makes such a big difference in the world. And then the last thing I'll say, I know I'm rambling. Number 29, that guy looks like Bryce Callahan 2.0, just bigger and thicker, and he can play linebacker, safety. I mean, dude, there was a play where he almost got an interception. I don't know if you saw it, where the receiver was going in on an in route into the middle of the field, and he just broke on the ball, and it was just like it was so easy for him. You will never see Patrick Surtain do that. Never, ever, 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 because he doesn't have what number 29 has, which is hip-to-hip fluidity. He doesn't have that. And that hip-to-hip fluidity benefited number 29 on that almost pick 6 play. I mean, go back and watch it. It was all 22. I mean, it looked like Bryce Callahan-esque. It was that fucking good.
So do we have any injury, any probables, or is it just too early right now? Who's going in?
I think Surtain and Judy are. I don't know if they're going to play in this game because they didn't. I don't think neither one of them practiced on Wednesday, so that's a bad sign. So, and today, so I don't know. I mean, I think it'd make much of a big difference anyway if they were
much of a big difference.
Yeah. Broncos offensively, like this man said, I think he hit the nail on the head. That, I mean, this team, my God, this team is hard to watch, the Denver Broncos. I mean, I like what they do, but this is what I've been trying to tell people, and they just refuse to listen to me because
they're too busy saying they're going to kick everybody's ass. So
yeah, but it is what it is. I'm not going to attack anybody, but personally, because I'm done with that shit. But my God, if you're saying that we're going to go in and kick the 49ers ass, there's something up here mentally wrong, like an alcoholic I deal with my inmates, where they can't admit that they have a fucking addiction. I mean, I don't get it from a logical standpoint, because either you guys just drink the fucking Kool-Aid and you guys just believe your own bullshit for 7 years, and you have to convince yourself that this is the right path to go down, or you can't objectively criticize a team that has been a dumpster fire since Pat Bolin's been gone in this organization. And I've been trying to tell you this, and you agreed with me, is when you have a mismatch of systems, the clock doesn't run correctly. And when you have a Shermer offense and when you have a Hackett offense, this is what we warned you. Look how Russell Wilson looks behind that O-line. Look how Russell Wilson looks with this receiving core. I guarantee you, if he was in Seattle right now, he would look a lot better than what he's looked the past 2 weeks in Denver.
With the revamp that they did. Oh, yeah. But they could have done that revamp with that contract. This is what I'm into. I'm into diagnosing the problem to see if we can get this fixed. I'm telling you, all that toxicity has to go. All that media, all that stuff has to go, because this team is not going to be anything at all until it revamps. Until it does. You know what's really interesting? We talked up Buffalo long. We were watching that process. We said, watch this, watch out. Now you're saying in particular, you were talking Detroit. Look at this process. And it's starting to,
the Eagles. The Eagles. The Eagles. The Eagles. The Eagles.
The Eagles. So the deal is there's no band-aids, there's no quarterbacks, no quick fixes, no, temporary solutions. I think you got to purge everything when this whole thing's, they're talking about kicking ass. We're talking about purging, we're just getting it. So when we do evaluations and stuff, we want better we don't want to just sit here talking trash. We want the players to do the talking on the field, right? We want players that can do the talking on the field.
Well, I agree with you, but half of these players and most of these players on the Broncos don't do their talking out on the field outside of a few players here and there.
No, we got press conference.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? And I think you hit the nail on the head. And I just don't think that this team is mentally strong enough to produce anything good. I just don't. I think once they get their tails kicked in, they'll just go run and hide and pay their 8 other platforms to spew out bullshit. Oh, we're going to go in and show the Colts the next week. We're going to go in and show Baltimore next week. They're so ingrained in PR. That's how you know you're a losing franchise. Is if you're so ingrained in PR.
That's what was going on in the 90s with the Raiders. It was the same exact bullshit.
Then you have these Raider fans that have migrated over to be Denver Bronco fans because they sound so much like 90 Raider fans. It's like word per word on what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad affair. It's really
I think this is a game where I'm trying to choose words that are careful. I think this is the game where I think the dam breaks. I do. I think this is the game where the dam breaks. Because if it was Trey Lance in the game, I think that it would be kind of a quirky process for the 49ers. But like you said, this small compared to this big, they're going to be able to do
Garoppolo's got that.
They're going to be able to do things offensively that I don't think we've seen over the past 2 weeks. I think you're going to see a completely different offense coming to Denver because of how much trust Jimmy Garoppolo. Just look at what he did when he came into the game. I mean, you saw things open up.
I said, he's got a playbook like this.
And no disrespect to Trey Lance at all. I think that you need to, in today's NFL, people like to rush the quarterback. I think you have to Aaron Rodgers their ass, is give them a few years to develop. And that's me. That's me.
My criticism of Kyle Shanahan. I thought the whole reason you got Lance, first of all, was as an insurance policy, just like Drew Lock with Flacco. If one thing Garoppolo does have a problem with is injuries. He's had some injury problems.
That's true. Yep.
So you had Trey Lance. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, why would you design plays where you turn him into a running back and just have him go design plays up the middle? He's a quarterback. You have running backs, that's their job. Have them do their job. If you want to design a rollout or something like that, no problem at all. But don't turn the guy into a running back. That's kind of what the RG3.
That's going to get in here. And here's why I think Baltimore hasn't paid Lamar, is because I think they're going to use him up. I think they know,
like a running back,
which sucks for him, sucks for Lamar, because if you use Lamar correctly, he could be a very good player in this league. But unfortunately, these organizations, I still like Baltimore. I still like their process. I still like them, but they have the same problem. I mean, when you're doing all the, and I get it, he's such an athletic quarterback, and it wants you to do it. Dude, these organizations are greedy. They're just fucking greedy, man. They can't help themselves. I mean, if I was using Lamar Jackson in a way, I keep him in this West Coast offense, protect him, keep him fucking secure, use him in rollouts. If you want to do a rollout package where he does a running play and he has a safety valve as a receiver out there, fine. I'm all fine with that. But when you're doing Cam Newton-esque plays and RG3-esque plays and Colin Kaepernick-esque plays, I mean, look what's happened to those players.
This goes back to these idiots that, we're going to kick San Francisco's ass. What you have is morons that They're in love with the game. They don't understand it really. They think they do, but they don't. What they
Oh,
think.
okay.
Well, hold on a second. What they think the quarterback position is, they think it's Ben Roethlisberger. This tight end type, 5 guys hanging off of him. That's what they. Now, let me ask you this: Did not the same bar going fan guzzling the beer down and fantasizing about quarterbacks, didn't they all believe that Wilson was going to be running around with 5 guys hanging off of him, and right at the last second get the pass off, and it would be a 60-yard bomb somewhere? Isn't that what they had in their mind? I know it's hard to you say I don't know what people think, but you know what they think. Is that not what the idiot fan thinks the quarterback position really is, right?
Yeah, because I compare it to the inmates I deal with. They're needy. They
Well, I'm
want.
just saying, I
Hold on.
call it fantasy.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I think it's more fantasy. They think they know football, which they
Yeah,
don't,
get into.
and it's like, oh, I'll have 3 girls at the same time. Oh yeah, you will. You're right, right. It's the same. It's just a fantasy. They're what the quarterback position truly is and what they perceive it is two diametrically different things.
How did Ben Roethlisberger win those 2 Super Bowls? Was it a great offensive line, a great system, and a great defense?
Yeah.
What at the? Oh, okay.
But you saw 5 guys hanging off of him as he threw the ball.
Yeah, that's one play.
Yeah, that's every play's one play with them.
That's one play. Roethlisberger didn't play defensive line. Roethlisberger didn't play middle linebacker. Roethlisberger sure as hell didn't play offensive line. I mean, my God. I mean, the Buffalo Bills now are what the Steelers used to be, or what the Broncos used to be. And
Yeah.
oh, you guys suck their dick. Yeah, because I want to be just like the
I
fucking Bills.
know, man. Because look at what they do. We hate the Bills. Like we don't like the Bills, but what we do like is what they're doing.
The
That's the
process,
difference.
the player development process. You're going to sit there and tell me that we're going to host the Bills in the AFC Championship game. Dude, you're 1-1 and you've barely beaten you lost to a team that you guys said we're gonna go in and kick their ass, and then you guys backtracked and didn't want to say anything, and now where are all you people? And then you guys barely won against the Texans, which me and him said was gonna be a close game in Denver Broncos' favor. And then it is what it is. But then you're gonna put in the comment section that, oh, we've proven you wrong. Our Denver Broncos are a winning team. You're 1-1. How the fuck are you a winning team?
Well, no, I mean they could be 1-12, and they'd still say we proved you wrong. That's why I'm not taking bets with morons that.
Hold on, time out. You guys, no excuses. You guys said, and this is why I don't like doing this, because I already have to deal with a bunch of bullshit outside of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, if you guys know that by now, I don't really comment anymore, because what you guys say, and I comment to the people that actually fucking get it. But to the people that are a bunch of fucking idiots, continue to make yourself look like idiots, because that's what a fucking addict does when they can't admit they have a problem, and they make themselves look stupid and stupid and stupid and stupid and stupid. Give me more Oxycontin. Give me more M30 pills. Keep doing that and shove them up their ass. And I have to deal with that on a frequent basis, okay? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do my thing. If you guys want to continue to talk about how great this team is and how great we're going to go against the 49ers, you are making yourself look stupid and stupid by the minute, because not a lot of people at the end of the season, and this is the hard, God honest truth, more people are starting to come and migrate and respect us more, and leaving you guys, the 8 other platforms, because you guys keep lying to them, and they can't take you seriously because all you people are a joke. Not everyone, most of you. And when you continue to lie to somebody, the mental midgets will continue to accept it. But the people that actually have a brain and can think for themselves aren't going to take that bullshit anymore. And you've seen that over the past few years, is you have people out there that, quite frankly, have had enough. And we've had people that have come and commented on our channel or his channel, and Yeah, we don't agree with all your viewpoints, but hey, you know what? You guys have been right, and we respect it. That is the type of people I will engage with. If you're gonna sit up there and say that all this, that, and the third, I'd rather save my energy for that when I actually have to do my real job, rather than dealing with a bunch of fucking people in their mother's basement who doesn't really give a shit about football. They say they know football, and they play Madden 23. And me and him watch the All 22 film and are right and right and right and right and right. I guarantee you half of the people watching the film couldn't even draw up these fucking plays because they don't have that. They don't have that extra special gift that
No,
me and you.
it's all Russell Wilson
It's
with
gray
five
matter.
guys.
It's gray matter
It's
up there.
all Russell Wilson with five guys hanging off of it, and throwing bombs. Well, oh no, he had all kinds of receivers. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he
And
didn't.
who was the first man? Who was the first man? And I know I'm going long because I'm tired as fuck because I've been working 10, 12-hour shifts.
We'll wrap it up, but go ahead.
What did this guy say? Who was the first person they were going to try and get rid of? Nathaniel Hackett?
Hmm?
And look what they're doing. Because you guys are so easily predictable. Okay? We said this in the offseason. We continue to say it. Death threat, death threat, death threat, bombarded with a bunch of bullshit. And look, none of the people that have actually come back and said, hey, you know what, right? I can respect that. I will respect those people. But I don't respect the people that continue to say that, oh, we're going to go in and kick the 49ers' ass. And then the fans of the 49ers come on here and you guys slink away, just like Seattle fans. And we have a very loyal Seattle fan that comes on here, and he's been saying, and I take him at his word because he's a Seattle fan and he watches the NFC West, that be ready, because I kind of agree on his side of the fence where I think that this is going to be I think this is where the chickens come home to roost. I think this is where the dam breaks.
It definitely could. It definitely, I would say.
Keep running your mouth saying we're
Yeah.
going to kick the Niners' ass.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think
that ass kicking going. Well, we got the Colts. We'll show you.
Just like you said, go in and show Seattle and the Texans, and look how those games turned out.
Well, and the Colts could use the Broncos as a nice little,
the Raiders, even though people are making a mockery of them, and it is funny what they did. I mean, it is kind of funny. It's the Raiders, but they have no problem being able to kick our ass over the past 7 years.
Yeah. Yes. Well, no, they're definitely not going to be intimidated. That's for sure.
No.
Nobody. There's no team is.
Who's afraid of this team? Can you please? Is there anyone afraid of this team?
Oh, everybody in the NFL is afraid of this team.
Who is the worst team in the league right now? Who is the worst team in the league? The Colts? We would just say the Colts. I think they've been the worst team in the league.
Colts. Okay.
You think that they're fucking afraid to come to Denver, or we're going there to kick we're going to go in and kick the Colts' ass?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
They're going to kick the 49ers. They're going to kick the Ravens. They're just going to go kick everybody.
And I've had to learn that the hard way. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this man right here told me, tune out the noise. I've tuned out the noise. I've tuned it out because it is, you're right. It is so mentally exhausting from a person standpoint when these people get paid. They get paid to spew out this bullshit. And
they know it sells. I mean, we're not selling anything. We have the anti-marketing plan. We have the anti-marketing.
Today I present to you Buffalo Steel Company coffee cups.
Yeah, we have the anti-marketing plan. I mean, we're not, again, what do these people want?
Me and him are working, dude. Me and him are working our asses off. And we still come on here and we're proven right and right. I hate being right.
They hate us being right too. That's why they say we proved you wrong when did you again, just like we're going to go out and kick the 49ers ass. I mean, it's the same thing.
When I heard that today, I was thank you, Mile High Huddle. Thank you. I mean, you guys are so good at what you do. I mean, you guys have such
you mean the guys from the Colts and the guys from Dallas?
Yeah.
Those guys?
Yeah, those guys. That
the non-fan fans?
as Bronco fans.
Yeah, well, they're paid marketers, is what they are.
But
They're just
that is true. They would rather promote merch rather than promote film reviews that they say they do, or promote film, or provide real analysis.
Well, they want those 2K views. They want that. Oh yeah, you're so yeah. Well, there's going to come a time where people are going to try to look for solutions to the problem.
And you're seeing that now.
Well,
You're
and
seeing
we try to provide those, and it's just going to be an upgrade. It has to be. It's not just about the quarterback. There's a lot going on at Dove Valley that needs to be. There's an old man. There's a post Bolin mentality that needs to be flushed out of that that organization.
I mean, we're going to be getting a new stadium here soon. That's what
Oh, yay! Hey,
new stadium for consistent Super Bowl appearances, consistent playoff appearances, consistent Super Bowl wins. I want to have more Super Bowl appearances and losing seasons.
Yeah.
And you guys say that Pat Bowlen cheated. Okay.
Well, they're just. I think they're fans of their own ego. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay, I better get going to let you get some shut eye and.
Same with you.
Answer the call.
Same with you. I'll message you back and forth, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye.
Get some rest. All right. Bye.
Bye.